I'm 57, and I want to start with something most men won't say out loud. A lot of us reach our 50s and 60s feeling like our body is slowly negotiating against us. You get out of bed and the ankles are stiff. The lower back needs a minute. Your balance is not what it used to be. You bend down to pick something up, and now you're planning the recovery before you even stand back up. The brain feels a little slower. The body feels a little heavier. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you start wondering, is this just how it goes now? I don't buy that. Now, let me be clear. I'm not selling fantasy. Aging is real. Recovery changes. Hormones change. Joint tolerance changes. I know that firsthand. After 20 years as a Navy SEAL, I hit my late 40s and my blood pressure was up, my stress markers were ugly, and the same hard-charging mindset that once made me effective was quietly breaking me down. I had to rebuild from the ground up. And one of the biggest lessons I learned was this: the body does not stay capable by accident. It stays capable through daily signals, not heroic workouts. Not weekend punishment sessions, daily signals. That's why today I want to walk you through 6 simple Japanese-style morning movements that change the way I feel in my own body. No gym, no machines, no complicated program. Just 6 movements that improve mobility, balance, coordination, circulation, and control. They look simple. That's exactly why most people underestimate them. Don't make that mistake. These are the kinds of movements that help a man stay useful, steady, and independent. The kind that let you walk well, get off the floor, catch yourself before a fall, and keep your brain engaged while the rest of the world is busy chasing flashy nonsense. And here's the part I like most. You do not need to be in shape to begin. You begin. And that's how you get in shape. So stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll have 6 practical movements you can start using tomorrow morning. Start with one if you need to, but start. First one, slow walking with intention. Most people think walking only counts if it's fast, sweaty, and tracked by a watch that judges your existence. I don't agree. There's a place for brisk walking and cardio, sure. But slow walking done properly is a completely different tool. And for men over 50, it's a powerful one. What I'm talking about is deliberate walking. Slower than your normal pace. Quiet. Controlled. No rushing. No phone. No distraction. Just you, your posture, your feet, and your breathing. When I do this, I think about 3 things. Tall spine, relaxed shoulders, full contact through the foot, heel, midfoot, toe. That matters more than most men realize, because when you slow down enough to feel the ground, your body starts doing work that fast walking often skips. The feet wake up, the ankles stabilize, the hips organize, your nervous system pays attention, your balance system gets cleaner input. Add breathing to that, and now you're getting even more out of it. Try inhaling for a couple of steps, pausing briefly, then exhaling longer than you inhale. Nothing dramatic, just calm breathing with a longer exhale. That helps bring the system down, lowers tension, and makes the walk restorative instead of stressful. This is not about burning calories. This is about restoring mechanics. If you're a man who feels stiff, scattered, or unstable first thing in the morning, start here. 5 to 10 minutes. Backyard, driveway, sidewalk, grass if you've got it. Walk like a man who is rebuilding control, because that's exactly what you're doing. And no, slower does not mean weaker. Slower means more aware. Second, a short rhythmic mobility routine. In Japan, there's a long tradition of simple group movement in the morning. Nothing fancy, no elite athlete nonsense, Just a brief sequence of gentle motions that takes the body through basic ranges of movement before the day begins. I like that model because it's efficient and it respects reality. A man in his 50s, 60s, or 70s does not always need more intensity. Usually he needs better preparation. So here's the idea: 2 to 4 minutes. That's it. Arm circles, shoulder rolls, gentle torso turns, side bends, easy knee lifts, controlled calf raises, maybe a few supported half squats. Smooth, continuous movement. No straining, no aggressive stretching, just motion. Think of it as oiling the machine. A lot of stiffness in older adults isn't because the body is broken. It's because the body has been undermoved in the wrong patterns for too long. The joints get less variety, the tissues get less circulation, the brain gets less movement input. Then the whole system starts acting older than it is. This kind of rhythm work helps restore range without threat. That's important. If movement feels safe, the body allows more of it. Men tend to overcomplicate this. They ask me, "Grant, what's the perfect sequence?" Here's the perfect sequence, the one you'll actually do tomorrow. You don't need performance art. You need consistency. And there's another benefit here nobody talks about enough. When you start the morning by moving every major joint a little, you set a tone for the day. You remind the body that it is still expected to function. That message matters. Third, the deep supported squat. Now this one is humbling for a lot of men. Good. Humility is useful. Most adults in the modern world lose the ability to comfortably get into a deep squat because we spend years avoiding the positions the body was designed to use. We sit in chairs, we brace through the wrong places, our ankles tighten up, our hips get cranky, and then one day we act shocked that getting low feels impossible. But the squat, especially when approached intelligently, is more than an exercise. It's a position, a resting posture, a mobility screen, a diagnostic tool. If your ankles are locked up, you'll know. If your hips are restricted, you'll know. If your balance is weak, you'll know. If your body has forgotten how to organize itself close to the ground, you'll know. That's useful information. Now, I'm not telling you to force yourself into some perfect rock-bottom squat tomorrow morning and tear something trying to prove a point. That would be stupid. Use support. Hold onto a door frame, a countertop, a sturdy chair, or a post. Put a rolled towel under your heels if you need to. Lower down only as far as you can control. Then breathe. That's the key. Don't fight the position. Own the position. Even 20 seconds is enough to start, then maybe 30, then maybe a few rounds. Over time, your ankles open up, your hips get more honest, your pelvic control improves, and your back often feels better because the body is redistributing load the way it was meant to. And for older men, this matters beyond mobility. The ability to get down and back up with control is one of the clearest real-world markers of function. Independence lives there. If your body loses access to the ground, life gets smaller. Get that access back. Fourth, standing on one leg. This one sounds too simple until you try it properly. Balance is one of those things men ignore right up until they need it. Then suddenly it matters a whole lot. Here's the truth. Balance is not just about not falling. It reflects how well your brain, inner ear, eyes, feet, ankles, hips, and core are talking to each other. It is a whole system skill, and like every skill, it declines when you stop practicing it. The good news is that it responds fast when you start again. Here's how I want you to do it. Stand near a wall or kitchen counter. Don't be proud. Be smart. Lift one foot just slightly off the floor. You do not need to bring your knee to your chest like you're auditioning for a circus act. Just hover the foot. Lock your eyes on a fixed point. Stand tall. Breathe. 20 seconds each side is enough for many men at first. And I'll tell you what you may notice. One side will probably be worse. Again, good information. That asymmetry matters. As you improve, you can add small head turns, gentle arm movement, or stand on a folded towel to challenge the foot and ankle more. But earn that progression. Don't rush it. I like pairing this with ordinary habits. Do it while brushing your teeth. Do it while waiting for coffee. Do it while the microwave is running. Stop telling yourself you need more time. Most men don't need more time. They need fewer excuses. This movement trains stability, coordination, and attention all at once. It sharpens the signal between brain and body. For older adults, that is gold. If I had to pick one movement every man over 60 should keep for life, this would be high on the list. Fifth, floor transitions. This one is a reality check, and I say that with respect. Can you get down to the floor and get back up under control? Not in theory. Not 10 years ago. Today. Because that single ability tells you a lot about your legs, hips, core, coordination, and confidence. It also tells you whether you're maintaining the kind of movement capacity that keeps you independent in the real world. A lot of men don't practice this because somewhere along the line they stop spending time near the floor. Then the skill disappears, not because they got old, but because they got out of practice. There's a difference. Start with support. Use a chair, couch, bench, or wall. Lower yourself to a kneeling position. Maybe from there you sit to one hip. Maybe eventually you move into a cross-legged or half-kneeling position. Then reverse it and come back up. Slow, controlled, no panic. The goal is not elegance. The goal is ownership. What makes this movement so valuable is that it combines strength with coordination. It asks the body to sequence itself. That's a big deal. A lot of age-related decline is not just loss of muscle. It's loss of timing, loss of control, loss of confidence in movement. Floor transitions rebuild that. And there's a psychological component too. The moment a man feels afraid of the floor, his world starts shrinking. He becomes more cautious, less active, less willing to move freely. That fear compounds. So train the opposite. Teach your body, I can go down, I can come back up. I'm still in command here. That's not vanity, that's function. Sixth, the towel twist. This one looks almost laughably basic, which is probably why it works so well. Nobody expects much from it. Then they do it correctly and realize their body has been asleep. Grab a towel. Hold it out in front of you around chest or shoulder height. Pull outward gently as if you're trying to stretch it apart. Maintain that tension. Now rotate through your torso to one side while keeping your hips mostly forward. Pause. Come back to center. Rotate to the other side. That's it. What's happening here is more important than it looks. The tension through the towel lights up the shoulders, upper back, grip, and trunk. The rotation challenges thoracic mobility. The controlled twist forces the body to stabilize while moving, which is exactly what many older adults lose. This is one of my favorite ways to wake up posture without using heavy load. It teaches the rib cage to move, the shoulders to organize, and the core to engage without grinding the lower back. And for men over 50 who sit too much, drive too much, or train too much in straight lines, that rotational element is often missing. You don't have to crank on it. In fact, don't. Smooth rotation. Calm breathing. Maybe 5 slow reps each way. That's enough. I also like this one because it brings awareness back to the hands and grip. Grip strength matters. It correlates with all kinds of health outcomes. But even if you ignore the research, common sense tells you something important. A man who can grip, brace, twist, and control his own posture is generally a man who holds on to function longer. Use the towel twist in the morning to switch the system on. Use it again in the evening if you want to unwind stiffness from the day. Simple, effective, no drama. Now let me put all 6 together for you in a practical way. If you're just starting, here's your morning. 2 minutes of slow walking, 2 or 3 minutes of rhythmic mobility, a few supported squat holds, 20 seconds of single leg balance on each side, 2 or 3 floor transitions with assistance, a handful of towel twists. That's not an hour. That's not a production. That's a short daily practice that tells your body we are not declining without a fight. We are adapting with purpose. And that word matters, purpose, because the men who age well are usually not the men chasing extremes. They're the men respecting fundamentals. They move often. They maintain strength. They keep balance sharp. They don't surrender basic positions. They don't let stiffness become identity. Listen, I'm 57. I'm not interested in pretending I'm 27. That's adolescent nonsense. What I care about is this. Can I move with control, think clearly, stay strong, protect my joints, and keep earning my independence? That's the mission. And if you're watching this in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, that can be your mission too. You do not need a perfect body to start. You do not need a gym membership to start. You do not need motivation to start. You need a decision. 1 movement tomorrow morning. That's enough. Then do it again the next day. Stack the evidence. Build trust with your body. Let consistency do what intensity never could. Strength has no expiration date, but it does require maintenance. And the body you have at 60, 70, and beyond is being built by the choices you make today. So start simple. Start smart. Start where you are. If your ankles are stiff, walk slowly. If your shoulders are locked up, do the towel twist. If your balance feels shaky, stand on one leg near the counter. If the floor feels far away, begin the journey back to it. No ego, no excuses, just work. You're not too old. You're just getting started. And if there's one thing I want you to remember from this video, it's this. Aging well is not about doing more than everybody else. It's about continuing to do the things that keep you capable when other men stop. That's how you stay dangerous in the best possible way. Now take these 6 movements, put them into your morning, and give them a fair shot. Not for one day, not for one burst of motivation. Give them a few weeks of honest repetition, and pay attention to what changes. Your balance, your stiffness, your confidence, your energy, your posture, your sense that your body still belongs to you. Because that feeling matters, and once you get it back, you won't want to lose it again.